Lutheran Settlement House was founded in the settlement house tradition. And the idea behind that was that we would bring people together. So instead of going from one organization to another, there would be one central hub where people could get those needs met, be empowered, meet other people, build community, and move into the life that they want for themselves and their families.
I remember going around a pole, like a street sign pole, like swinging around it. My dad was changing a flat tire, and one of the counselors at the Settlement House was coming down the block, and she said, "Oh, are you members of the Settlement House?" I think my dad said, "Oh, no, that we weren't, but that we would be joining." You know, we didn't have money. The Settlement helped us out with food, clothing, Christmas, everything. I mean, just absolutely everything. And I'm sure things I don't even know about. It's a treasure to me now because that is still there, still exists, and it's still helping people. I go and I'm in the senior program. I try to catch the movies when I can. I try to go to the dance parties when I can. You know, I get help with food, fun, friends, community. They are the things that I experience most at the Settlement House. Maybe that's love too. I mean, you know, all those things are love.
Back then, I didn't understand who I was. I never knew that the strength that I carry today was in me because I felt weak, I felt embarrassed, I felt ashamed. I was in a domestic violence relationship with my children's father. It became too much for me to allow them to see it happen. I talked to their pediatrician and disclosed what was going on behind closed doors. And she asked me, "What can I do to help you?" She knew that we had to come up with a plan that would secure me financially once I left. I was there for 2 years. Before we left, we had nothing. We moved in and we had everything that we needed. I stayed in school, so I graduated from my associates. I graduated as a medical assistant, as a phlebotomist, and as an EKG tech. So within that 2 years, I went from not having anything at all to having accomplished some things that society and even their father didn't think that I would be able to do. Seven years later, I now went from being a client with them to now working with them, helping other women and men go through what I went through. When I see me, they're the foundation. If they didn't come into my life at the time that they did, and if India was not there when she was, I don't think I would be alive today, if I'm quite honest with you. She was the person that made all of this possible for me. And she'll always say, "I didn't do this, you did this." But she put the mirror in front of me to show me who I was.
My dad is really awesome because he's always nice to me.
He always speaks the truth.
Sometimes when I get knots in my shoes, he helps me.
Your turn. My dad is fun because we watch TV together and we play games together, and he let me cook on the stove too.
My name is Trevor. I'm 53 years old. I worked in HIV for 25 years. I have a master's degree. My brother died from HIV back in 1994. So I dedicated a lot of my work career towards that. She's like, she was a best friend. You know, you meet somebody and you feel like you can spend the rest of your life with that person. And we did everything together. So unfortunately, she passed away on December 17th. 2020, so it left us in a serious void. I just felt half of myself. After that, family dynamics changed, and people changed up on us. So we were kind of living in an abusive situation. I had contemplated going to a shelter for a while, and made the decision. And it was one of the best decisions. I felt like I kind of was failing a little bit, but I had to humble myself. I really did. And I had to look at them. I was afraid of how the kids would adapt. When we got there the first day, it was immediately a warm feeling. I was totally impressed. They treated us with dignity and respect every day. It gave me time to heal, to feel love again, to concentrate on my children. I got a chance to grow. So I just want to inspire people that come through situations like this, tragedies, pain, grief, loss, that a place like Jane Addams can give you a new start.
I think sometimes to move forward, you need to go back to your roots. We are a settlement house. So we are a place where people from all walks of life come together, where they find their voice, and where they determine the course of their life. We want to be a catalyst for those changes that are guided by the people that we serve and the community where we work. Individually, we can only do but so much, but we can be powerful together. And that power which resides in each of us, that's where the transformative change comes from.